4. Cheaper SUVs are on lots and dealers are stuck, not because they're broken, but because buyers don't notice them. Number 4 is a hidden workhorse under $6,000. We service them. They stay reliable with basic fluids. Stick around. Number 1 is a secret Honda luxury deal. People argue, then drive it and feel relieved. Number 4, Mercury Mariner Hybrid, 2010 to 2011. This SUV is cheaper because Mercury is dead, but the drivetrain is solid. That dead badge keeps it ignored and cheaper, so we still see ones around $4,000 to $6,500. That price feels jaw-dropping and unfair because it's an escape hybrid in disguise. Most shoppers hear hybrid and panic. Then they picture battery bills and costly surprises. That fear turns into discounted listings, and we keep grabbing the ones with good service history. We like deals like this because boring transport can be profit when it stays reliable. Last month, a guy came in shopping for a Honda CR-V on a budget, and he was stressed and skeptical. He saw the Mercury badge, said, "No way." Then we showed him the math and honest, cheaper reality. We put it on the lift, checked it front to back, and it looked cleaner and stronger than the popular options. He left saying the deal felt smarter and safer because the numbers finally made sense. Here's the simple setup. A 2.5 Atkinson engine with an eCVT, reliable. Atkinson is built for efficiency, so it runs calmer and stays smooth in traffic. The eCVT keeps it steady, and that steady feel keeps daily driving relaxed and simple. Subscribe to our channel for the best deals on indestructible cars. What we like is what it avoids. No turbo heat, no complex shifting, no sport drama that becomes expensive. With normal oil changes, plus brakes and tires, these rigs tend to stay consistent and reliable. When something does wear out, we're usually dealing with common affordable parts, not luxury-only nonsense. Now let's talk value. A similar year compact SUV with a famous badge often costs more. People pay extra for safe choice marketing, then still do the same basic routine service we do. So this becomes a smarter buy when the goal is cheaper ownership, not resale bragging. We also hear the battery fear, so here's how we stay realistic and calm. We watch for warning lights, we test drive longer, and we confirm the system feels smooth and stable. If it acts odd at low speed or throws messages, we walk away, because gambling is risky and costly. Here's our inspection checklist, and it's how we avoid painful mistakes. First, we scan for warning lights, then confirm the hybrid transition feels smooth and stable. Second, we test the air conditioning hard, because weak cooling turns annoying and costly fast. Third, we confirm service records for fluids and brakes, because neglect ruins cheaper deals. Fourth, we listen for wheel bearing hum, because that common noise becomes expensive later. If this cheaper logic clicks, number 3 is tougher and more capable. It gets skipped for a scary rumor, but the right years are surprisingly solid. And once we explain the truth, most guys start looking at it with newfound honest respect. Number 3, Nissan Xterra, 2011 to 2015. This is an old-school SUV, cheaper than it should be, and built for real work. You can still find 2011 examples around 9 to 10 grand, which feels fair and reasonable. It sits because people fear fuel costs, and they fear anything that looks trucky and older. They also heard horror stories from earlier years, so they assume every Xterra is trouble and expensive. That's how a strong SUV becomes ignored, even when later models are more refined and simpler. So we shop the right years, then we inspect hard, and we buy based on condition alone. A customer came in wanting a Toyota 4Runner, and the pricing felt painful and insulting. He was ready to sign anyway, just to feel safe and confident. We said drive an Xterra first, because the value is hidden and cheaper. He called it a risk. Then we lifted it, and the facts made him calmer and happier. After the drive, it felt stable and tough. The drivetrain is why we respect it. A proven 4.0 V6 with a 5-speed automatic, reliable. It's a traditional setup, torque converter, real gears, and it avoids CVT drama and costly slippage. It's also truck-based, so it feels stable and tough on rough roads and bad pavement. Yes, it can drink more gas, but the purchase price is cheaper and the parts are common. That balance matters because lower payment often beats perfect mileage on paper. Stay realistic and calmer. We'd rather buy a solid cheaper truck SUV than overpay for a popular badge. The honest warning matters. Some earlier Xterras had a radiator cooler issue that could damage the transmission and get costly. On the 2011 and newer targets, it's far less common, but we still verify proper service records. We also watch for rust, because a rusted frame is serious and kills value faster than any engine ever will. Here's our inspection checklist, and we keep it simple and serious. First, we crawl underneath and look for rusted damage near cross members and mounts. Second, we confirm four-wheel drive engages clean, no grinding, and it should feel smooth and stable. Third, we look for leaks and off-road abuse, because hard life turns cheaper into expensive. Fourth, we do a highway drive, then feel for vibration, because worn parts become costly and annoying later. Fifth, we check the rear suspension for sag because tired springs can feel unstable and annoying. Sixth, we test brake feel and steering response because a sloppy front end becomes painful and expensive. If you like this tough option, number 2 is a Toyota people miss because they never search the right trim. It looks normal, then surprises you with reliable strength and cheaper ownership. If this cheaper, honest shop talk helps you, subscribe for more reliable buying. We're building a place for practical guys who want simple advice and realistic numbers. Drop your budget and miles, and we'll help you spot hidden problems before they turn costly. Number 2, Toyota RAV4 V6, 2010 to 2012. This is the RAV4 people never search for, the V6, and that mistake keeps it cheaper and secret, around 8 to 11 grand today. That cheaper deal happens because dealers mislist trims. Shoppers assume 4-cylinder, and the V6 stays hidden. Those hidden listings are where we hunt, because drivetrain is proven and the ownership stays reliable. Toyota offered a 3.5 V6 paired to a 5-speed automatic, and that proven combo is the reliable reason. That means no turbo heat, no CVT gambling, just simple gears and a strong engine doing normal work. That normal setup is why these can feel faster than you expect, while still being calmer to maintain. We had a customer walk in, dead set on a Highlander, because he wanted space and felt safer and confident that way. That safer idea fell apart when we priced similar miles, because the Highlander money was getting expensive fast. So we pulled up a V6 RAV4, and once he drove it, he said it felt stronger and more stable than the numbers suggested. It fit his practical daily life, groceries, airport runs, and weekend tools, which most guys do. That reality matters because buying bigger than you need is how budgets get painful and expensive over time. So we showed him the gap, and that gap buys tires, brakes, and basic easier service without stress. The market misses these because RAV4 sounds small, and V6 stays hidden and cheaper in listings. That missing keyword is your advantage because you can buy proven reliable Toyota hardware without paying the usual badge tax. And when you do find one, you want condition and service records, not a shiny detail job and a story. Here's the inspection checklist we use, and each step saves you from costly surprises later. First, check the rear door alignment and hinges because a sagging swing gate is annoying and costly. Second, confirm the transmission shifts smooth and healthy from cold to warm and make sure the fluid does not smell burnt. Third, look for seepage underneath because neglect leaves clues and small leaks become damage if ignored. Fourth, verify tires are wearing evenly because alignment problems are common and that leverage gets you cheaper. On the test drive, keep it simple and consistent. City bumps first, then a highway cruise, then tight parking lot turns. That order helps you spot vibration early, hear bearing noise, and catch costly brake shake before you get attached. And if the seller fights a basic inspection, that's a warning and serious, because clean cars come with clear answers. Before number 1, let us give you the checklist we use on every SUV because it keeps you consistent and confident. Quick smart buying playbook. Start your search with targeted words, trims filters, one owner, service records, and dealer maintained because those filters cut out chaos. That targeted approach finds cheaper listings since clean records scare off flippers who want fast profit, then skip salvage titles and vague ads because hidden damage turns into expensive headaches. Do a cold start first because cold tells the truth, and warm starts can hide rough running and weak batteries. Then drive broken city streets because bumps reveal loose parts and tired bushings that feel annoying and costly. Then do a calm highway cruise because steady speed shows wheel shake and tracking that is not stable. Finish with full lock turns in a parking lot because binding, clicking, and hopping are warning signs on AWD rigs. Then negotiate with factual costs, tires, brakes, fluids, and warning lights because feelings don't lower prices. Always pay for a pre-purchase inspection because one small fee prevents painful regret every single time. Number 1, Acura RDX 2013 to 2015. This is the luxury SUV that scares budget buyers, but it is Honda underneath, and 2013 pricing can hover near 10 grand. That badge fear keeps it cheaper and undervalued, so examples sit longer than they should. We like that gap because you get comfort and reliable miles without paying for a status story. Most shoppers assume the insurance will be costly, then they assume every repair will be expensive. That fear pushes them toward the safe CRV, and that pushes CRV prices into painful, expensive territory. So the RDX gets ignored twice. Too fancy for bargain hunters, too plain for badge collectors. Here's the real shop moment. A guy came in dead set on a CRV, and the payments felt stressful and painful. He showed us 2 listings. Both were cheaper up front, but both had risky records and tired tires. We pulled up a RDX in the same budget, and he laughed because luxury sounded risky. Then he drove it, and the ride felt smooth. The cabin felt quieter, and the whole deal felt calmer. We told him what matters. This generation runs a 3.5 V6 with a 6-speed automatic, a proven, reliable pairing. That means no turbo heat, no CVT gamble, just simple, normal hardware doing steady work. It also uses cylinder shutoff on the highway, so consistent service matters more than fancy add-ons. When owners keep up with fluids and filters, these tend to feel stable and reliable deep into higher miles. Now let's be honest about the serious maintenance item, the timing belt service around 100,000 miles. If it's done, great, the engine stays quieter and longer lived. If it's not done, you use that as cheaper leverage, because ignoring it can turn into costly damage. We like deals where the math is clear, because clear math keeps you calmer and confident. This is also where the market gets silly, because people pay thousands more for a CRV badge and get less comfort. That same year, Lexus crossover can cost more for the name, and that same year, German luxury crossover can get costly and expensive fast. So the RDX sits in a sweet spot, undervalued enough to buy, but practical enough to enjoy. That's why we call it the quiet cheat code, reliable ownership wearing a luxury jacket. Here's our inspection checklist, and it keeps a bargain from turning painful. First, drive it warm and stop and go, and make sure shifts stay smooth and consistent. Second, hit broken pavement and listen for clunks, because front suspension wear turns cheaper into expensive quickly. Third, if it has all-wheel drive, ask for rear differential service, because neglected fluid is a common wallet killer. Fourth, confirm timing belt history, and if the seller shrugs, expect it is due, and negotiate smarter. Fifth, test every feature, windows, locks, air conditioning, and the screen, because small failures are annoying and costly. We also check the tires, because uneven wear hints at alignment problems or tired bushings. Watch the idle in gear, because worn mounts make the cabin shaky and annoying. And while the fix is common, we negotiate harder every time. We check the brakes for vibration, because warped rotors make the drive feel unstable and irritating. We check for leaks underneath, because slow seepage becomes damage and costly when owners ignore it. And we check the cabin after rain, because damp carpets are annoying and serious. This is the part where people argue with us, because the idea feels strange and budget tight. Then they drive one, and the ownership starts feeling normal and predictable because parts and labor stay closer to Honda. That's the lesson. Buy condition, track service, and you get a cheaper path to reliable miles. Wrap up, quick recap, and next video. Number 4. The Mariner Hybrid is cheaper because the brand is gone, but the commuter math stays reliable. Number 3. The Xterra is cheaper because it is old school, so we target later years and buy condition. Number 2. The RAV4 V6 is cheaper because people never search that trim, and the drivetrain stays proven. And number 1 is undervalued, but the Honda bones make it smarter to keep. Next time we'll cover cheaper SUVs that cross 200,000 miles with normal service, so you avoid costly regret. Before you go, subscribe if you want. Honest, cheaper advice with checklists you can use on a test drive. Next video, we're covering older SUVs that run past 200,000 with normal care, so you safely buy with confidence. These 4 SUVs are cheaper because the market ignores them, not because they fail. If this saved you money, subscribe and comment your most reliable bargain. Drive safe, keep service simple, and we'll see you next time.